with fire. Same
Yeah,
song.
playing with fire.
I wonder if we'll see any mods this time around, because it's not very common that teams decide to go with that risk. So I'm not sure if the teams are completely confirmed, but at the moment it looks like we have Flask, Rucker, Rizza, and Koalazi all on the Taiwan side, Atsuro, Brudich, Kevstrak, and I guess we're waiting on a fourth member for Mexico.
Koalazi saying hi to Twitch, the Ni Hao. And Atsuro saying hola. Actually, I don't speak Spanish, so I don't even know how to pronounce it correctly. Like I hear it all the time, like hola. Like I always like this little kid, and then there's this like Mexican girl on the TV, this cartoon. Like we go on adventures with her. And yeah, that's the only way I learn a little bit of Spanish.
Sounds about right.
Koalazi asking, is there a breakpoint in this map? I want to draw again. Rucker says, please don't. We'll draw after we win.
It's always a bit of fun to use smoke, but it can be a bit risky.
Damn it, I'm gonna cry. And if you guys missed it, Koalazi was being quite an artist yesterday with how he was drawing pretty much at every break session that's given to him. We've seen lots of very good art. I think so far, if there's a Best Artist Award of OWC, I give it to Koalazi.
It looks like Wolfie is back in the match for the Mexican side.
Fox, do you know this Mexican roster enough to say something about them? Because I'm looking at them, and the only person I can say a little bit about is Budish, and all the other names are fairly foreign to me.
Honestly, no, I don't know any of those players.
Yeah, which is actually like we're being unprofessionalistic. This is supposed to be our job to do homework. I'm so sorry, guys.
Didn't expect both matches to go through to the tiebreaker, I suppose.
Exactly, but nonetheless, Kevstrak there playing on Hidden also. I don't know, that slot's occupied by Azer, and he did pull a FC on Hidden, so we don't know. I'll call Lazy drawing a smiley face to start us off. Okay, and here we go. Taiwan versus Mexico, tiebreaker.
Might be hard to match the 99.4 Hidden full combo, but I guess we'll see what happens.
I mean, I can't even manage a 99% full combo, let alone hidden. Or a full combo even.
An extremely difficult map for a tiebreaker in the group stages.
Yeah, this is mapped by the famous RLC, also known as XLNI, who's produced a lot of very cool maps in the community, and this is one of his earlier works, where he was still not yet known well in the community.
So early miss there by Rucker. Only about 100 combo win, shouldn't be too detrimental, but
yeah,
not very good to break that early in.
And the score is still made up by accuracy, the lead, but it was quickly shipped over to Mexican's favor, thanks to the Swarmy 2 advantage. Oh, and the drops from Kevstrak, Koalazi, and Riser all at the same time.
Oh, that does hurt, although that gives Mexico a very big advantage with 3 full combos still on their team. It's still early in the song though, so there's plenty of time for Taiwan to bring it back. Although now they've had another drop by Flask as well, meaning they're holding no full combos at all.
But Rucker is still holding on to a fairly high combo, and we're relying on now Brutish, Wolfie, or Astro to break.
And there's Brutish breaking.
This is looking... I'm so sorry, but I mean, I was trying to make the point that Taiwan is playing rather passive now. They're relying on the mercy of their opponents, which is something you don't want to happen in the case of a tournament. That shows that you are not really having the advantage you desire, which is rather bad. Lack of euphemism there, and that's exactly that. Wolf there holding a full combo steal against Rucker with a high combo, but thanks
to another break by Atsuro, which means they're only holding 1 full combo now by Wolfie.
Yeah, they're definitely playing with fire here with the way they're performing. I mean, like, this is the kind of map you expect players on their caliber to overperform well on, but consistent breaks is not something you want to see.
Not so sure the hidden pick was as wise this time around.
Absolutely.
Not a wonderful accuracy there, keeping Kev's strike at a fairly low score. Unfortunate as it is.
Nonetheless, I think we should applaud any attempt, even if it's not successful, to mod play a tiebreaker.
Absolutely. It can be a very risky move to make though.
Although some players are against it, because I know that if you guys recall last year in OWC 2015, where I was actually keeping up with the Canadian players. And the coach back then, who is KRZY, also known as Crazy, banned the Canadian players from playing on mods for the tiebreaker, which is United. Even though United is such a Canadian map that it's got Canada written all over it, but you know, it's a situation that when you are risk averse, you don't want to take any sort of risk. And Wolfie still holding a full combo, very impressive.
Yeah.
Here.
About 1/3 of the song left, Wolfie holding a full combo, but Taiwan is in a fairly good position. They do have 4 fairly high combos, which Wolfie just can't compete with.
Yeah, the consistency speaks for itself right now. Even though Wolfie has across the board the highest combo right now, but him alone is not enough to make up for the difference. And British, Astro, and Kenstruck have got to step up the game in order to give their team a chance to come back. I mean, it's your chance, just they're running out of time. That's the only way I can put it.
It is getting into the last quarter, and another miss on the Mexican side. It's not looking good for them whatsoever. A very large lead, 400,000 points by Taiwan. So it doesn't sound like they will be able to bring it back here.
Yeah, you're right. It does seem like it's very much in Taiwan's favor now, and Taiwan's playfield. Rucker there, playing like a beast. Absolutely, this is the kind of performance you expect from a veteran like him. And he did carry Team Taiwan last year on many occasions.
So Wolfie's still holding a full combo past the 2,000 combo mark. Oh, but it looks like he has just missed there very late into the match, and Rucker missing as well. But I don't think that's going to be enough for Mexico.
Yeah, and in the chat, the Taiwanese players are already celebrating. Seems like the Taiwanese players are really living up to their expectations. And that's exactly the kind of play you want. Although Kolesi has broken alongside what is it, Azer? Alongside Rucker, right now Flask and Riser holding strong still against this Mexican team, who performed pretty well today, forcing Taiwan into tiebreaker, but just not enough to push us all the way back home.
Yeah, a win by 900,000 points by Taiwan. That is quite a big lead.
Yeah, definitely, and very well done by this Taiwanese roster, and taking this back home with 4-3, and no upsets today. But we did get to see 2 very good tiebreaker matches, and actually both matches were very good by themselves. So yeah.
Overall, very close matches.
Yeah, I think the Taiwanese and the 4 teams have every reason to be proud the way they performed. Definitely. And I think that actually concludes our stream for this hour and also for this section before we resume in about 6 hours? 6-ish?
I believe, yes.
Okay, so yeah, and I'm not sure if there's anything else from the staff. Okay, 5 hours actually. So according to
5 hours. So be sure to watch that.
Yeah, be sure to tune in. I mean, like, matches as intense and as exciting as this could very well happen again and again in this group stage weekend. So you do not want to miss those. And anything else from the staff before we finish up? Because yesterday we cut off a little bit early, and Locktap was kind of chastising me for that.
Now we're good.
We good?
We're good.
We're good. All right, so that's it for now. Thanks for tuning in, guys, and we'll see you in a bit. Once again, this is Evrian and Box here commentating for you. It's an honor and a privilege to be here. We'll see you guys later.
Absolutely. Thank you all for watching and tuning in. It's been a wonderful time.